is a large industry, more than 1,50,000 crore. Existing medicine consumed here and export put together. Still our industry is not able to attract good talent. Growth, our industry's growth is double than economic growth. Currently 88%, but CAGR is 13%. Stable industry. We do not hear many layoffs in our industry. High tech, knowledge-based industry. We practice GMP practices. We have US FDA approved plants. We have presence of MNCs. So you want to join MNC? They are here. We have large Indian companies. We have export orientation. If you want to have a career and go abroad, you can do that. We have a geographical spread. We have a person we can give a job in Thrissur, in Gorakhpur. We can give a job. They need not come to Mumbai. And top 50 companies average EBITDA, latest figure, 25% to the sale. Earning before interest, tax and depreciation, 25% to the sale. Very healthy, financially healthy industry. Still, we are not able to attract good talent. Why? Where is the talent going? IT, FMCG, electronics, telecom, banking, everywhere. Infrastructure, insurance, even BPO, which is a 10-year-old industry, but not to us. Why? I feel it is because those industries have role models. You look at telecom, you have Sunil Bharti Mittal. You look at infrastructure, you have A.M. Naik of L&T. You have Infosys, Narayan Murthy. Prasoon Joshi, advertisement, Piyush Pandey. ICICI, Chanda Kochar. And the latest, Mr. Bansal of Flipkart, the e-commerce. Who is the role model of our industry? Who is in the public domain? Who is known to the graduate, college graduate who is passing out from Thrissur? These people are constantly in the media. They talk about our industry. We talk about corruption. We talk about malpractices. They talk about their industry. They express their views. They talk about their company's future. Our company next 5 years is going to this future. They speak actively on matters of national and social interest. They write, they tweet, they create image of their industry. They represent. Youngistan, the young Indians, are reading about them, looking at them, understand them, and they would like to become like them. If they would like to become somebody of the industry, who is that person? Who is that role model for the young Hindustani, Youngistani? Who is that? Where are the role models of pharma industry? These are top 10 companies. Give me one role model representing these companies. Who is in the public domain? Who talks about the industry? Who talks about the future of the industry? Who talks about the challenges of the industry? Who talks about hope? Who talks about career? Is there any? Can anybody come forward? Is there any? Our industry is a savior. We have potential. We can give careers. We are lifesavers. We can give fast growth to your career. We can give you an opportunity to serve mankind. We have a knowledge-based industry, opportunity to work abroad, ability to absorb large numbers, and we can give you a challenging career. But how many of our industry people talk about it? I take the blame, including me. We have not been vocal, seen in the media, talking about the industry and the prospect of the industry. What do you talk about? What do you read about our industry? You read, the Youngistan reads costly medicines, when the fact is that it is the most economical place to get medicine. Price control, chemist strike, non-availability of essential medicines, Doctor Pharma Company Nexus. You heard it. It was very interesting, very spicy. But this is what the young college graduate hears and reads about. Will he come to our industry? We do not talk about, we have 130 plus US FDA approved plants, but the newspaper splashes about 2 companies where US FDA bans their facility. Where is the role model? I think the whole perspective has to change. We need to redefine our profession. When I started as a medical representative, my relatives used to ask me, what are you doing? I said, I'm a medical representative. What do you do? I go to the doctor, I promote my brand and they prescribe, I give science. Ultimately, what do you do? They never used to understand all this. So somebody then suggested, ये दवा बेचता है. It was very clear to my relatives, ये दवा बेचता है. I felt very sad कि मैं दवा बेचता हूँ, दवा देता हूँ नहीं, दवा बेचता हूँ. कौन से प्रोफेशन में आ गया मैं? दवा बेचने की प्रोफेशन में. As I remained in this industry for 25 years and as I evolved in my thinking and I understood what we are doing, I thought when that father goes back smiling after a heart attack, goes back to the embrace of his daughter and the blessings that come out of the mother, part of the blessings we deserve as a pharma industry because we give the medicine to the doctor. So I think our job is not to sell dawa. Our job is to collect dua, the blessings that come after the patient is cured and cared for. And if you can redefine and project our industry's purpose is not to sell dawa, is to collect dua, and the difference between dawa and dua is you. And you can make the difference. We badly need a role model. You decide who it could be. Maybe one of you can stand up and say, I will become that role model and represent our industry. Thank you. I represent Health and You, which I feel should always be together.
In fact, you spoke. Why there is a change of thought?
Because my topic was we need a role model now to represent our industry to the masses, to the youngsters of India, that this is an industry worth coming in and make your career. This is not as bad as you think so.
Right. Anyway, it is wonderful having you, Deepak, over here. You spoke your heart out. Can I have the memento, please? Please. A small token of appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you. In fact, we're running out of time now. In fact, I'm shifting the presentation one up now. Coming up next is the CEO and founder of Legion Medspa. She is one of the top dermatologists in Hyderabad. Lately, she has shifted to Bangalore. And she's planning to expand her base to other places as well. And she's going to speak on the changing face of the skincare innovations in India. Can I have Dr. Shuba Dharmana please on the stage, please? Yes, please. Can anyone come and assist with the presentation, please?
Thank you, Mr. Satyabrahma. feel very privileged and honored to be one of the speakers here in front of this very esteemed audience. I am a cosmetic dermatologist and hair transplant surgeon, founder and chief evangelist of Lejeune Group of Medspas in Hyderabad and Bangalore. I've been given the topic of the changing face of Indian skincare innovations. Well, the topic is vast and the time is short, so please pardon me if I've omitted anything that you think had to be included here on the slides. So I'm first going to talk about why and how India is soon going to be a cosmetic surgery hub and the trends that are driving, the factors that are driving this trend, followed by some interesting skincare innovations in terms of treatments, products, and technologies. So India has the most promising market, of course, in Asia. It has been, a recent survey has found that we've done about 1.14 million surgical and non-surgical procedures in 2012, and this accounts for about 6.2% of all procedures done worldwide. The Indian market is about 14 times larger than Thailand, which is currently known as Asia's plastic surgery hub. The cost competitiveness in India is great. If a plastic surgery in the US costs around $20,000 US, the same would cost about $10,000 US in the UK, 3,500 in Thailand, and only about 2,000 in India. Similarly, a Botox treatment can cost anywhere between 500 and 800 US in America, whereas the same can cost about 200 US in India. Medical tourism has increased greatly in India. It has been estimated that, well, a recent survey shows that in 2004 we had about 1.5 lakh visitors, whereas in 2008 the figure had increased to 200,000, and by 2015 it is estimated that this figure will go up to over 500,000. So the factors that are really driving this trend would be some increasing dispensable incomes that are available now in the middle class families. There are changing lifestyles. There is a need to look good and feel good. There is increase in the aging population. There is greater awareness and beauty consciousness for these treatments. The media, of course, plays a great role in propelling this awareness. There is readily available information available through internet, radio, television channels, etc. The competition at work is huge. The desire to be the best and to excel at workplaces, the one-upmanship is great. In fact, a recent survey shows that men are opting more and more for these treatments to get better jobs. There are advances in medical technology. There's increase in acceptance these days for non-surgical treatments. And as we've talked, the cost competitiveness in India is great. There's also Ayurveda and yoga, which are available as rehabilitative procedures post-surgery in India. There's also an increased number of Indian doctors participating abroad in conferences, conclaves, etc. Cosmeceuticals are a group of cosmetic products, but these have biologically active ingredients in them, and they are said to have medical or drug-like benefits. Cosmeceuticals claim to improve the skin tone, the texture, they tend to improve the fine lines and pigmentation, dull skin, etc. So we have over the years seen plenty of active ingredients being incorporated into cosmeceuticals, and these included ingredients such as hydroxy acids, which peel off the outer layers of the skin, revealing skin that has glow, improves fine lines, etc. We've seen antioxidants being incorporated, which fight free radicals. We've seen hormones, botanicals, moisturizing agents, vitamins like vitamin A or the retinoids, which are really good for your anti-aging regimen. Vitamin C, which is said to produce collagen. And then we have lightening agents like hydroquinone and ascorbic acid and sunscreen agents. We are also seeing an influx of peptides in the cosmeceutical market. More peptides and growth hormones are being incorporated. People world over are preferring non-invasive treatments. This is because non-invasive treatments have less recovery time. There is hardly any downtime. These are less costly. They're safe, very efficient, often done as lunchtime procedures, and are not as taboo as plastic surgery. And there is hardly a need for general anesthesia. Outlining some of the treatments here. Botox, as we all know, is a natural protein which is given in the form of injections to reduce lines and wrinkles on the face. The commonest indication, of course, with Botox has been the forehead lines, but over the years we have seen many more indications crop up. Botox is being given more and more for lines and wrinkles on the lower face, especially the lines around the mouth, the vertical bands, and the wrinkles on the neck. It's being used to contour the face. It's being used to correct masseter overactivity. It's being used for excessive sweating and many more indications. Of course, Botox has also received FDA approval for crow's feet or the lines on the outer corner of the eyes, for underarm sweating, as well as chronic migraine. Fillers are plumping injections. Fillers contain hyaluronic acid, and these are used to plump lines and folds. We have come a long way since we've first started using fillers. Fillers were animal derived initially and were permanent, causing a lot of side effects. But now, of course, we have lab-derived hyaluronic acid and are non-permanent, so is amenable to correction. Previously, fillers used to be used just to correct lines and folds, but now, as we understand the aging process much better, as we all know, aging happens, and in a person over the age of 40, you see the face deflating, just a balloon does. Of course, early signs of this you can see from the age of 20, late 20s onwards, where you see little areas of depression, and these are often made worse by or enhanced by shadowing. So fillers are used to actually plump volume in areas that have lost collagen. They can be used in other indications like in correcting lines and wrinkles, and apart from that it can be used to do an eyebrow lift. They are used to shape and augment a chin or a cheek or lips or even the nose, where it's called non-surgical rhinoplasty. They can be used to uplift the drooping corners of the mouth. They can be used to correct the jawline. A peel is a treatment that causes damage to the outer layers of the skin, and this causes a very controlled peeling. The controlled peeling process improves fine lines, wrinkles on the face. It can control sun damage and improves tone and texture of the skin greatly. Over the years, we have seen a number of peels come into the Indian market. A lot of these peels have a very controlled action.